Hi, Deb here. Welcome to my craft room. Right, this is the latest Pixie box. It came through, I don't know, a couple of days ago. So shall we open it and see what's inside? Look, come on, open your giblets. There you go. Right, let's just get my scissors to break the seal. That's it. Oh, right on top we have some mica powders. What colours have we got? We've got purple red, magic yellow and orange red mica powders. Oh, and the box says happy vibes, so that's what it is, happy vibe. Oh, these are very pretty. These are there's hot air balloons and little flowers in there. That is gorgeous. That's very pretty. Candy slices, very pretty. And we have Moran dye pigment, opaque black. We'll do the moulds last. And we have, oh, they're smiley faces. We have smiley face confetti in all different colours. Smiley faces. And these are beads. These are beads. Different shape beads. There's some long beads, bugle beads, and then there's some little seed beads in there as well, in all different colours. That's very pretty. And we have some more. Oh, alcohol ink. It's not Moran dye pigment, it's magenta alcohol ink. Very nice. And we have some glitters, different colours. They're pretty too. Oh, it looks like we've got a lot of moulds in here. We have a shaker butterfly mould, which also has the covers, what's it called? The film in there, cut out ready, which is really handy. And then we have a hexagon mould. Hexagon mould coaster, hexagon coaster, and a square coaster, and a round coaster. And what's this? This looks like it might be some sort of holder. Some sort of holder mould. Don't know. Definitely some sort of holder mould. And here we have some, look like, not sure, shaker moulds. They may be necklace moulds because they've got a hole in. I'm not sure. Not sure what moulds they are, but there's a paw, a heart, a star and a rectangle. Yeah, maybe they're shaker moulds. I don't know. Let's have a look, shall we? Here's the book, Happy Vibes. Ah, holographic. Oh, it's hot. They're holographic. Okay. Holographic round mould. I can't see it, but that might be because I'm looking through. Oh yeah, I can just see the holographic. Oh wow, that's exciting. Look forward to making that one. Holographic round mould, bead embellishments, holographic. Oh, they're all holographic. Holographic hexagonal coaster mould. Can't see that, but. And then hot air balloon polymer clays. This is. It is shaker moulds. They are shaker moulds. Okay, very good. Very good. Look forward to making those. And then the glitters, shiny glitters. Oh, that's a dice container mould. I don't use dice, but I suppose I could put something else in it. And then you get a random alcohol ink, smiley confetti in a random colours, black Morandi pigment, butterfly shaker mould, mica powders and holographic square. So I think I'm probably going to make the holographic coasters. I think that's probably the best thing to do. Not sure what colour I'll do them in, but I'll come back when I'm ready to make them. I will see you soon. Right, so I've recently purchased these chameleon powders from Amazon, and I thought what I would do is try the chameleon powders in these holographic coasters. So I'm not sure what the colours are. There's like a goldy, I'm not sure, gold there, and that's like a purpley browny one, and then we've got a blacky purple one and a greeny one. So we'll definitely use the gold. I think we'll use the gold, purple. I'm not sure about those two. Maybe that one. We'll see how we go. There's already something in there. So let's get my tape to get those bits out of here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to brush the chameleon powder in to these moulds with makeup sponges. So let's do this hexagonal one first. If I can get the top off, that's it. Let's put that back in there because let's go all over here and see what effect we get. Go down the edges first. And then I think with powders like this, it's always better to use a black resin, a black pigment, because that way the it shows the colours show up better. You know, the changes in the colours, I believe, show so much better if you use a black pigment in your resin. So that's what we'll do. First, I just want to make sure I've got all of this painted in. Right, so I've mixed up 200 grams of JDiction 2 times UV protection resin. I'm going to add some Mirandai pigment, black Sophie Toffee Mirandai pigment dye. I'm not sure how many drops. I want it quite black, don't I? So I think I'll do 4 drops. And I'll use my battery operated stirrer, which I use to mix my resin, to mix it in and see how we go. It does create maybe a few more bubbles than the non battery operated one by doing it yourself, but it also mixes it much quicker, and the bubbles do come out, they rise. It hasn't caused me too much problem using a battery stirrer rather than my wrist, which is quite hard going stirring it yourself, isn't it? I always put my resin in hot water, warm water, before I measure it and mix it anyway, because I just think it's I think it mixes better and you have fewer bubbles, so I always do that. I'm just trying to get off as much resin as I can at the moment. That's why I'm spinning it round. Spin it back the other way. Hopefully we'll get off a bit more. It doesn't spin very quickly. It's not like a food mixer or anything. It doesn't spin very quickly, so you don't get too many bubbles. But it does, yeah, mix it a lot quicker than you can by hand. The only thing is, this is a plastic mixing blade instead of a rubber one, a silicone one, so you have to give it a really good wipe as soon as you finish using it, otherwise it's going to get really mucky with UV resin, with resin. So let's use a bit of kitchen roll to get the worst off. Just literally wipe it off with a bit of kitchen roll to get the worst off. And then I will get a baby wipe to get it properly clean. Yeah, baby wipe to get it properly clean. And then that's it then. I mean, I probably don't get it completely clean, but you are only going to use it for mixing resin, so it doesn't matter if there's a bit of resin dries on it. I mean, I'm a bit funny about my tools. I tend to like to really look after my tools. Right, so that's that mixed. I think that's fine. Now let's pour it in. I have put it on my heat mat as well. I would like it to cure quicker, because, you know, we're all impatient, aren't we? We all want it to cure quicker, don't we? So I have put it on my heat mat, hoping that it will cure quicker. I'm not going to have enough resin, I don't think. 1. 2. Like I said, I mixed up 200. No, I'm not going to have enough. But But what I might do, because the other two are so deep, and I did put quite a lot in there, I might actually pinch some from one of the others. Let's wipe that off. Like that. Put that in there. Right. Let's get a spoon. Just spoon some out, I think. Put it in there. Again, spoon some out. Put it in there. Last go. There you go. That should be it now. Let's just scrape all of that off there. Waste not, want what? Waste not, want not. That's what they say, isn't it? Right. Let's get another baby wipe. Let's wipe that off. We can use it again next time. Let's wipe this off. Let's just wipe the mat as well. Whoops, didn't mean to put that in the resin. Wipe the mat as well. Now let's get this is silicone, it's quite flexible. Just going to go around the edges because I want to make sure there's no bubbles caught anywhere on the edges, because you don't want to spoil the effect, do you, with bubbles? Right, it's been about 12 hours. I turned the heat pad off after about 3 hours, I suppose. But I've been out, so I didn't demold them quicker. So let's do them now and have a look and see what they look like. Oh yeah, I don't know if can you see that? That is really pretty. I do quite like the colour as well. Yeah, the holographic effect in that is really nice. I think I possibly could have put a bit more mica powder in it, and I could have made it a bit blacker. The resin could have been a bit darker. It's not very opaque, it's still quite transparent. So let's look at the hexagonal one. Oh yeah, that I can see the effect on that one as well. Can you see that? Quite like the... I'm not sure. I probably shouldn't have used the mica powder in these. No, they probably would have been better without the mica powder, now I come to look at them. Because the mica powder is taken away from the holographic effect of the... I can't see that one at all. You can't see the holographic effect, although I can't really see the holographic effect of that one anyway. I'm not sure that's got a holographic thing on it. No, I don't think that one's got holographic. No. So, where's the booklet? Did it say in the booklet that the square one was holographic? It did say it was holographic, but I can't see any holographic on that. No, I can't see any holographic on that or on there, to be honest. I just can't see it. No, I can't see it. So, I mean, they're all quite nice. The effect is quite attractive. I do like the mica powders, but I think the mica powders, I think probably the coasters would have looked better without the mica powders in. So, I've made some boxes today for the coasters to go in. So that's that one, and then you put this round, stick it together with a flower on. Oops. Like that. And then if anyone wants to look at it properly, they can always slide it off and take it out. So I will redo these. I will redo them with that one's a bit big, isn't it? Yeah, maybe not. I will redo these with just black resin, I think. That's what I'll do. Redo them with just black resin and see how they look then. Right, it's the following morning. These are cured. Let's see how they turned out without the mica powder. I just poured them last night. You didn't need to see me pouring resin again. Mixing it and pouring it, so I thought I'd just try them without the mica powder. Oh yeah, I was going to say that one isn't holographic, but actually it has got slight holographic tones, hasn't it? Yeah, it is holographic. Not the best holographic, but you can see it's holographic. Now let's try this one. Oh, I like that one. Can you catch in that? Oh, I'm not sure. Oh yeah, I like that one very much. Yeah, I do like that one. Unfortunately, there's a few bubbles in it. And then there's that one, which is nice as well, isn't it? Yeah, I'm pleased with those. Right, I'm going to have to leave them to set because although they're cured, they're not cured enough that they can that they're solid. So I need to leave them. Oh, sorry about that. It's far too early in the morning for me. I need to leave them for a while and let them set. So I'm going to make some more boxes for them. What I might do is set my camera up so you can see me, you see how I make a box, because like I said yesterday, this one is it's kind of a bit too big for this. It needs to be rather a rectangle rather than a square, so I'm going to have to set up a template to make a rectangular box for this. So I will take the camera with me and you can see how I set up the template on my Cricut to make the boxes to go with these coasters. I'll see you soon. Bye. Right, I'm going to show you how to make the box to put the coasters in. So I'm going to do the rectangular one for the funny shape coaster. I can't remember what the shape's called. Because that's the hardest one. Once you can do a rectangle, you can do the squares easily. So I want the box to be 11.5 by 10, and I want it to be 2 centimetres high. This is all in centimetres, and I want it to be 2 centimetres high, and I want the sides to have a flap that folds down to make it stronger and neater, and that flap will be 1.8 centimetres. So we need to measure 2 rectangles, and to do that we need 2 cut rectangles. So that says basic cut up there. We need to unlock the ratio because we want rectangles, not squares. And then we need one that's 19.1 by 10. And then we need another, make sure it's a cut, which it is. Unlock the ratio. This one is 17.6 by 11.5. Enter. And then you need to hit the shift and spin that. And then you need to go over both of them, align center. And then you need to go over both of them again, and you need to combine weld. So that's the basic shape of the box. Now we need to do the basic shape of where the folds will be. So we need another 2 squares, and you need to go up to operation and you need to go to deboss. And then you need to unlock the size again, the ratio again. And you need 15.5 by 10. And then the next one, so another square, up to deboss, that's it. Unlock the ratio, and we need 14 by 11.5. And then we need to shift and turn this one again, and we need to align all of them. centre. There. So actually what you can see there is the base of the box, and then the 4 side flaps, which are 2 centimetres each, and the 4 fold down flaps, which are 1.8 centimetres each. Now, so that's the basic box. What I want to do now is to take the underneath box away and just go over the deboss, and I want to attach those so that when I move it, they move together. And I want to put that all back together and align it all to the centre, like that. Now I want some little flaps on the edges of these, so that when I fold it all up, the flap goes underneath and it's all secure. So we'll take the trapezoid and we'll unlock the ratio, and this needs to be 2 centimetres by 2 centimetres. And I want to move it so it is up in line with that, like that. You see, so it's in line with the fold sides. Now I need to move the fold side away. I need to click on the box, hold shift, control, and click on the trapezoid, and I want to weld them. And you see the line that was there before? Let's undo. You see there's a line there. When you weld it, so let's click on the box and click on the trapezoid and go to weld. When you weld it properly, the line will disappear. So let's try that again on the other side. Find the shape, there it is. Unlock the ratio, 2 by 2, enter. And then you need to hit the shift, rotate, and move that up to this one. Now hang on, I haven't got the underneath bit there, have I? I'll need to bring it to the front so that I can see the lines, because that's really makes life so much easier. Right, let's get that trapezoid now. And no, that's not what I wanted to do, is it? Let's click on the trapezoid over there. That's it. And I want, oh, Deb, what are you doing? Just the trapezoid, that's it. Move it up a tiny little bit, I think. That looks right. Let's move that away. So click on the box, click on the trapezoid, and weld those two together, hoping that there's no line. Ah, that's it, there's no line. So now I want to duplicate this with the new one. I want to hold shift and turn it all the way around. That's it. So it's in actual fact upside down. Go over it, highlight the pair of them, and go to align and center. And then if you see, you've got a bit on each side. You've got a little flap on each side. So if you highlight both of those, you can go up here and you can weld it. So you've got, that is the basic shape of your box. That's what you want to cut. And then you need to, oh, what did I do there? Clicked on the bottom, so we lost it. So you now need to get your attached shape and bring that, oh, I've lost it again. Let's minimize this a little bit. That's it. So get your attached shape, right click, bring it to the front, and you want to go over all and center, so they're all in line, and then you want to attach it all together. So well, hopefully that all made sense. And that is how you make your box. And then I also like to cut a strip of card, to hold the box, just to fold over the box, to, instead of making a lid, it just finishes it nicely. So I like that to be 2 centimeters. And then for the length of the card, you need to double the size of the box and add the 4 from the sides. So that's 11.5, that'll be 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So this piece of card needs to be 27 long. I didn't undo it, did I? It needs to be 2 wide and 27 long. So you've got a narrow strip of card. And then to put on the front of the narrow strip of card, I like to cut a round shape. And I usually make that 2.5. Enter. And then that will go over there like that when I've finished. And I'll just stick it on to hold it all together nicely. Right, so I'll just go and put my maker on and I will put it through to the machine. Won't be long. My maker is all turned on now, so let's go to make it. Right, we're going to put it on a mat, and the card we are using is A4. So it's going to cut that shape out on the A4. So I'm going to go to continue. It says it's looking for the maker. Now medium cardstock is what I'm using. Default setting, and I need the fine blade, load mat, and press the button. So I'm going to go and do that now. I will be back in a sec. Right, so I've put the purple card onto the blue mat, which is the light grit mat, and I'm going to push the load button. And as you can see, that's loading. Now the play button's flashing, so I'm going to push the play button. You can't see those buttons, can you? Sorry about that. Now you're going to see it cutting it out. This is just the flower and the stripe that is cutting now. And that's now telling me to unload because those have been cut. So I need to take these off the light grit mat, like I'm trying to do it so you can see it. Can you see that? It's easier if you fold the mat and not the card, although the flower stayed. That's it. So now we have a nice purple piece of paper. We have a strip to go around the box and a flower to go on the front of the box. Let's just put those out of the way and let me get the next piece of paper that needs to go on here. Line it up nicely like that. Rub it all down so it's all down properly. I like to put this on there because it just supports it a little bit. And I've probably now got to go back to the computer, which is in the other room, so I'll be back in a second. Right, on the computer in the other room, it was telling me that I have to take the cutting blade out and put in the debossing one. It's got a little lump on it, very small, and the number on it is 21. So you can tell what you need, what numbers they are. It makes life easier if you know what numbers they are. Right, so load this piece of card. And it'll pull it through to check that it's big enough. And then it'll say play, so I push the play button. And this is just doing the embossing, which is the fold lines. And then when it's done the fold lines, we will have to replace the blade, the debossing tool, with the cutting blade. It's just going through and doing the debossing, so it makes folding it neat and easy. Now the play button is flashing, and if I looked at my computer screen, it would be telling me to take out the debossing tool and put in the cutting tool. So we'll do that now. But you don't touch the mat, because if you do that, it will mess everything up, and the debossing lines and the cut lines won't be in the right places. So don't touch the mat and push play again. Now it will cut your box out. And that's it, it's telling me to unload it. And let's just put that up there like that. Now I don't know if you can see that, but we have the bossing lines and we have the cut lines. So we'll now take this off the board, off the mat, the same way, fold the mat, not the paper. And I always like to put the covers back on my mats as soon as I've finished cutting. I would normally cut more than one thing at a time, but as I'm just showing you today, I'm just doing the one, and I hang that up here out of the way on a little hook. And now I will fold it. So there's all the lines. Let's fold it all back. Just fold it all now like this. Fold, 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 and fold. And you can actually see how the box is going to come together now, can't you? Yeah. So what I will do now is get my double-sided tape and my scissors. I have this quite thin double-sided tape, and I just cut 4 pieces to go along the edges like this. I'm sorry about this camera angle, I don't have any other way of doing it on this workbench, I'm afraid. This is a different side to the one I usually use because I have resin stuff on my desk. So this is my very old-fashioned 1950s, I think it is. I think it used to be called a maid save. It's an old kitchen cabinet which belonged to my mum's brother-in-law when he passed away. I asked if I could have it because it's a lovely iconic piece of furniture, and it's also very, very useful, ideal for crafting. So, and I don't usually use it in my videos, so I'm not quite sure how to line the camera up with it. So we'll just have to cope with this at the moment. If it's too awful, you'll have to let me know in the comments, and then I will have to look into a different way of doing it. So right, so that's all of the double-sided tape down. Lift up a corner, pull that back, and what you have to do is fold this flap in when you're turning that end down, like that. That's it. And that is how you go round the edges. Fold that flap in, pull this off. Come on, you. That's it. Fold the flap in, make sure it's all lined up nicely. Don't know if you can see, sorry, I moved it the wrong way. That's it. Fold the flap in, pull the tape off, well, the top of the tape, not all of the tape. Fold the flap, make sure it's lined up, fold it down. Lift the tape, put it in, fold it down, and you have a nice neat box. Let me get the coaster that we're going to put in it. There we are. Oops, and there's the coaster in the box, doesn't wiggle about. And then you get the card. I'm not sure which way I measured it to go. I think I measured it the long way, but I think we'll put it the short way because I think it will look nicer. And then normally what I do is just tape the flower over, but I'm going to have to put some double-sided tape, just a small piece of double-sided tape on there, like that. Pull that off, fold it over and stick it. And then you can at least slide that if you want to, people want to see the coaster or whatever. But it looks nice. And then put a small piece of double-sided tape, a little square, just a little square on the back of the flower, like that. Pull that off, oh sorry, pull that off and put it on there like that. It just gives it a little bit of something. There, so that's that finished. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the extra bit with the Cricut machine information and everything, and design space information. If you'd like to see me making other things on the Cricut machine, please leave a comment. Thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you again soon. I will put some pictures up at the end of all of the different coasters in their boxes. Look forward to seeing you again soon. Thank you. Bye.